Wrestling Royalty happens live on YouTube October the 12th. And right here this week on The Reality of Wrestling, we have first round tournament action. For The Reality of Wrestling, he's Brad Gilmore, and I am Matt Topolsky. And here tonight, Brad Gilmore, this is a very illustrious tournament. It's the Rise to Wrestling Royalty, and I can't think of a better way to kick it off than with our main event tonight. First round action between the former three-time Reality of Wrestling champion Gino and the white-hot Texas champion Mantell.
Hey, Mantell, who has not been pinned at all yet in Reality of Wrestling, the Texas champion, has been on a roll, Matt Topolsky, and that is just in the first round. That's the kind of match you're getting in the first round. That's a main event anywhere in the world, and you're getting it here tonight.
Absolutely. This week right here on The Reality of Wrestling. And in addition to that, we're going to start off the action in the first round tournament. The first matchup of the tournament featuring one of the former tag team champions, one half of Team Fly Dev, Zack Mason going one-on-one with Max Humberto. Zack Mason potentially an opportunity to step out on his own in singles competition this week.
But here's the thing, is that going to be harder for him than he realizes, to go out there, be in the middle of the ring, and have no one to tag in when you need a break? Big challenge for Zack Mason here tonight.
Well, the road to wrestling royalty starts this week on The Reality of Wrestling. We take it up to the ring for opening action.
Introducing first, from Mexico City, weighing in at 230 pounds, Max Humberto.
Matt Topolsky, every time we see Max Humberto, I am just in awe of the shape that this man is in. I mean, look at the size of him. He's got to be north of 265 pounds. He is pure muscle. And he's someone you can definitely not take lightly.
He's like the opposite of one of those Russian Chinese dolls, you know, where you open one up and there's another one in, and another one inside that, another one inside that.
A Russian Chinese doll?
Yeah, you've never seen
like
these things before?
Doll. Yeah.
It's a nesting doll. That's what he is.
Yeah,
He's
I
like
like
the
that.
complete opposite of it. It's like every time he comes out here, he's eaten the last Max Humberto we've seen.
And his opponent, he is one half of Fly Dev, Zack Mason.
Zack Mason with an opportunity this week on The Reality of Wrestling to step out on his own a bit. Singles action, a rare thing. Zack Mason, a former two-time Reality of Wrestling tag team champion, but he looks ready for this opportunity. And imagine if he were able to capture that crown on October the 12th. In order to do it, he has to get through Max Humberto this week on the road.
I don't need no drugs, but tell me what you need. I show you where the plug is.
He's full of energy tonight.
I put a label with server when I was a
We should be excited, Mac. Just like you were talking about, he's got a massive opportunity in front of him and a massive challenger.
And over the course of the world of professional wrestling, Brad Gilmore, we have seen so many athletes, so many stars step out from tag teams and on their own become even bigger stars. Shawn Michaels, certainly one of the first that comes to mind. Booker T being another one.
Yep.
Perhaps Zack Mason is looking to add his name to the list, and if he wins this Rise to Wrestling Royalty tournament, he sure will.
You know, you're right, exactly, Matt Topolsky. I mean, he's got, oh, look at that. Some agility from the big man. And that's the thing also about Zack Mason that you have to look out for. A lot of the times you think that he might be the big muscle between him and Warren Johnson, but he can fly just as good as anybody. Look at this. Mentioned Shawn Michaels earlier.
Well, skinned the cat over the top there, needed a little bit more energy in order to get it done, but nevertheless, Zack Mason does, and he has been staying a step ahead of Max Humberto. And you talk about all that size that Max Humberto's been adding. One thing you've got to wonder, Brad, if maybe it's slowing him down a little bit inside the ring.
Well, it could, but it's definitely not slowing Zack Mason down at all. Oh, look at that, though. Right to the eyes. A right to the eyes by Max Humberto.
Oh, a backstabber. A backstabber. Devastating.
Looked like it got him in the side of the spine and the ribs.
Cover here. Two. Zack Mason slips out the back door. The tournament bracket will come into view over the next few weeks, and this is the first matchup you will see in the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament. This tournament beginning with 16 competitors, and over the next few weeks, you will see what are preliminary rounds leading to the final 8 that will all be competing on the same night, October the 12th, live on YouTube.
4 wins get you that crown, being declared the first ever man to be wrestling royalty here at the Row. And now these just 2 big guys are just, wailing away at each other.
That's the thing, you talk about the size that Max Humberto has put on, but Zack Mason does not look small standing next to him.
No, he doesn't. I mean, Zack Mason can pretty much fend for himself a lot, but what you have to think, Matt Topolsky, is if this match gets into the championship rounds, can Zack Mason have the cardio necessary to continue to go? Because
cover here, 1, 2.
He's used to having Warren Johnson there on the outside. He's used to being able to tag out if he needs to take a breather.
I will say this, though, to counter that point, the same could be asked of Max Humberto, who often relies on the numbers game of Legion to help him cross the finish line, and we have not seen Max Humberto enter any championship rounds yet here at the Reality of Wrestling. No disrespect intended, but this really is a coin flip here between these two at this point.
No, it is, but you also have to think that Zack Mason, Max Humberto has had singles matches before here at the Reality of Wrestling. I can't remember one that Zack Mason has had. He has to feel a little bit like a fish out of water. And look at this. Look at the power of Max Humberto. Incredible.
Pin attempt to head to the second round. 2.5. Zack Mason has been in situations where he has faced adversity before. Take you back to some of those classic matches that Team Fly Dev had with the industry, having to overcome the numbers game there. In a situation in which at one point his tag team partner Warren Johnson was injured and he almost single-handedly captured the tag team championships for Fly Dev on their first occasion.
Right now though, he's feeling that pain. Spine, his ribs all being separated from one another as he tries to get out of it. And some big clubbing shots to Max Humberto upside the dome, Matt. Wow.
Massive hip toss there. Got all of it, and now telegraphs those lariats in stereo. Ducks underneath, coming back.
Wow.
Belly to belly. Ejects all 265 pounds of Max Humberto. Side sit out suplex. 1, 2 to head to the round of 8. Can't do it. And I'll tell you what, Brad, if you're in for heavy hitting, stay tuned, because in our main event, we got more of it, because Mantell will be here later tonight against Gino. What a tournament Booker T has put together here.
Absolutely. Main events all over the place. Max Humberto going for that backstabber again, Matt. Zack Mason had it scouted. And a big back elbow. Wait a minute.
Max missing the mark here. Face first drive, and Max Humberto down. 1, 2, 3. He got him. He got him.
Here is your winner, Zack Mason.
Well, Zack Mason refers to that as the ZZ. And you got to give that ZZ an A+, because it gets him to the round of 8 and the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament.
Sweet 16 already down to 15 men. Zack Mason solidifying his spot on the pay-per-view card, going down on YouTube next month.
Hey, catch a buzz. I need a buzz quick. Hey, give me love. Get the money, get me high. I don't need no drugs. But tell me what you need. I show you where the plug is. I show the whip like a cater. Trap my hunter where I put a label. What's up when I was a waiter?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nancy Perez, and I'm here backstage with your Reality of Wrestling champion, Ruthless Ryan Davidson. Now, Ryan, congratulations on your title defense against Dio Madden. What's next for the Reality of Wrestling champion?
I mean, it's not about what's next, Nancy. It's about all of what I've done and what I continue to do. I mean, it is no coincidence that Reality of Wrestling is as top as it's ever been in the year 2019 with me as the champion. There's no coincidence that we have over 130,000 YouTube subscribers that are rising each and every month. You're welcome, Book. I don't see my plaque, though, but what I do see is still being the Reality of Wrestling heavyweight champion at Dio Madden's expense. Dio gave me a fight. Dio came all the way down from WWE, NXT, looking for a fight, but the thing is that what him and Booker just fail to realize is that while everybody tries to bring the fight to me, I bring the fight to everyone. And of course, a lot of controversy at the end of the event. Of course, I do what I need to do to win. I don't care if it's fair. I don't care if it's straight down the middle. I care about wins, and that's the only thing that matters. And yet Booker T and others want to get on the social media and go, man, Ryan Davidson did this, Ryan Davidson that. Ryan Davidson's still the heavyweight champ, period. As far as controversial endings and Booker saying his piece of mind, where do you think I learned it from? Yeah. Maybe you should watch what you say. Because you can say all you want on your social media book. You can type anything you want, Dio, but at the end of the day, the only thing that anyone has to call Ryan Davidson is the champion. Answering the call while everyone else gets mauled.
Yo, man, what you watching? What you watching?
Oh, damn. The boss ain't going to be happy.
You're going to be happy at that at all. No.
But you know what? It's fine. 1 out of 4.
Because I'm going to win my match.
And I'm going to win my match.
And Hefe's going to win his match.
You already know that, man. We got nothing to worry about.
We pretty much run the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yo, what are you guys doing? Did you just see what happened out there?
Yeah, I mean, we were just watching it. We saw.
You know what? I'm going to have a talk with Max. But right now, you have Eric Lockhart next week. Max, just drop the ball. And I need you to pick it up.
I got this, man. I got Lockhart. I got him on lockdown.
You know what? Just stop right now. Look, I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to say it. Look, you cannot get too confident. Eric Lockhart has been around for a long, long time, and I know him very well. So don't take him for granted. You cannot let us down. You understand?
Got you. God. You've been playing with stuffed animals.
You and...
The following is a Diamonds Division match split for one fall. Introducing first, she is the queen of House Rose, Raychell Rose.
The upstart Raychell Rose, Matt Topolsky. She competed in that 6-carat Diamonds Invitational at the Summer of Champions, and making everyone bend the knee is what she's all about. She is Raychell Rose, the queen of the House Rose. Well, this Diamonds division has a brand new look to it, with the Pink Dream Alex Gracia now standing atop.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from Houston, Texas, Jenna Lynn.
Well, here comes the Sultaness of Shaolin, the Black Belt Diamond, Jenna Lynn.
I've heard of Enter the Dragon. This is more Enter the Earthworm.
What does that even mean?
Come on, Matt Topolsky, look at her. She's tiny. And do we know a black belt of what discipline? Because I have my doubts about any.
I invite you to step in the ring with her and see if you can find out what discipline her black belt's in. Go ahead. Take off the headset.
Well, I thought you're supposed to know these things. This is why I ask you questions, Matt. Don't get hot about it.
You're the analyst.
I'm just trying to figure stuff out.
Why don't you ask her?
This is like your best friend.
Why don't you get in there and throw hands and see what happens?
Well, I don't follow her on Twitter. I refuse.
And why is that? Do you have something against short people? Is that it?
Isn't it obvious? What a test of strength. Test of strength. I like it. Let's see what you got. Oh! That's right. Don't pick on someone unless they're your own size, Matt Topolsky.
Well, one could argue Raychell Rose is actually bending the knee to the Black Belt Diamond right here.
She's just giving her a preview of what the end of the match is going to look like for her. The test of strength begins. Well, here we go. I mean, neither woman really getting the upper hand here. Raychell Rose, definitely the taller of the two. You would think that she could use that for leverage. Jenna Lynn, to her credit, oh, look at that, almost took her head off.
This looks like the first floor of Game of Death right now. all seriousness, though, Raychell Rose has been very impressive since making her Reality of Wrestling debut. We saw what she did at Ladies Night Out 6 as well, defeating Kylie Ray. Oh my goodness!
That could be it right there. Looks like it knocked her senseless.
What a shocking enziguri kick right there from the black belt Diamond. Jenna now, a drop kick. Why not use one foot when you can use two? Hooks the leg. My goodness. Raychell Rose knocked in the next month right there, and she's checking to see if her jaw's still reattached to her head. Jenna Lynn coming out of here like a house on fire.
Oh, man.
Now Raychell Rose is having a boot party in the corner there, table for two. Cover, 1, 2. The evolution of these female athletes in the Diamonds division is really something to marvel at, Brad Gilmore. I know that you say the things that you do about Jenna Lynn, but you have to be impressed with her evolution as an athlete. You have to be impressed with what Raychell Rose has accomplished here at the Row as well in her short tenure.
I'm definitely impressed by all the new crop of women that we have here at the Reality of Wrestling. I think Reality of Wrestling has some of the best women's athletes on the planet. And that includes Jenna Lynn. I'm just still questioning that black belt.
Oh! Massive spear from Raychell Rose.
Only a 2.
That's a near fall right there.
Matt Topolsky, you got to think about Alex Gross. Oh,
wait a second here!
Oh.
That's Hyung! That's the former Diamonds Division champion! And she is laying into Raychell Rose right now!
Well, obviously, Hyung's still upset that she lost that title to begin with and taking it out on Raychell Rose.
Well, the Queen of House Rose is getting an up-close and personal view of the Renaissance woman right now and how dangerous and sinister she is.
And Jenna Lynn looks like she's gonna fall victim.
Wait a second here!
Sleep.
Beauty sleep on top of Raychell Rose. Both diamonds have been taken out by the Renaissance woman. A statement made here tonight by Hyun.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nancy Perez, and I'm here backstage with the Renegades. Rudy, congratulations on your debut win at Summer of Champions versus Clay Roberts. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling energized. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling great because like I'm feeling, that's how my match was. It was amazing. It was great. And just wait until the rest of the Renegades debut because you thought my match was good? Oh, wait until they debut, especially my boy here.
See, Nancy, for the last 2 years, we've been here doing all the dirty work at Reality of Wrestling. Cleaning the toilets, taking out the trash, passing out waters. But 2 months ago, we got tired of that. We took control of our opportunity instead of waiting on it. When we did the mysterious cue in the middle of that ring, that was just the beginning. Pretty soon, this company won't stand for Reality of Wrestling. It'll stand for the Renegades of Wrestling.
Hey, la puerta, salte, allá está.
January. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You were one I did like. Look at you now. You think your name is Tommy. Next week, the traitor known as Tommy will realize that the only true power he ever held was within the Legion, and that your name shall be, always will be, January.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
An accident in the 21st century presents an entirely new set of challenges. From self-driving cars to failures in new safety technology, if you've been injured in a car accident, you need a 21st century lawyer. After all, you have to make your case here before you can win it here. Injured? Choose the smart lawyer. Call Walker Texas Lawyer now and download the Walker Texas Lawyer app. Welcome back to the Reality of Wrestling. We've already seen opening round action for the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament this week on the Reality of Wrestling. And up next, it's Gino, it's Mantell. Really, we don't have to talk anyone into the building for this, but Brad Gilmore. Let's go through these resumes very briefly. Gino, the youngest heavyweight champion in professional wrestling history, and since Mantell has walked into this building, he has been kicking butt and taking checks. He took that Texas title, and no one can take it away from his waist.
Oh, absolutely not. Now, here's the thing we have to remember. Mantell is the Texas champion. The championship is not on the line, but can you imagine if Mantell, 6 months into his Reality of Wrestling career, can walk in, become Texas champion, then be declared the first man to ever be wrestling royalty? That would be almost an automatic first ballot Hall of Fame career.
Those are big words, and it's hard for me to disagree because Mantell has made quite a splash since showing up on the scene here at the Reality of Wrestling. The first round continues. It's Gino, it's Mantell right now.
From Monterrey, Mexico, weighing in at 97 kilos, the Latin heartthrob, Gino.
Our main event this week on the road features the second matchup in the preliminary bracket of the Rise to Wrestling tournament. And the world's most famous paper shredder has returned, the former three-time Reality of Wrestling champion, Gino.
He's pretty good at that. He can do it really well. I wonder if he can take a whole ream and just shred it.
Well, I don't think you're going to see him shredding phone books out here. I've seen a few fans now laminating their signs to prevent total shreddage.
Now, that's smart. I got to be honest, that's pretty smart. Gino, what would it mean for him and his career to add another notch to the belt and become the first ever man to be declared wrestling royalty?
I'll tell you what, Brad, I'm very much looking forward to this matchup personally. I mean, all opinions aside of Gino and his behavior over the last few months, Gino and Mantell is a money fight anywhere in the world. That's next.
And his opponent from San Marcos, Texas, he's the son of Texas and your Texas champion, Mantell.
He is the Reality of Wrestling Texas champion, and believe me when I say to you, he has been defending that Texas title all over the great state of Texas. And you can fit more than a few countries inside her borders. This man is representing the great Republic of Texas very well. And speaking of that, like they've been saying since 1835, Brad Gilmore, Mantell's philosophy is, come and take it.
Absolutely. I mean, he defended against three of Reality Wrestling's best. Won it from the man who's currently the Reality Wrestling Champion. And the only champion, current champion here in Reality Wrestling to be involved in this tournament. Mantell might find himself in a position where if he gets into the Elite 8 and gets into the quarterfinals of this tournament, he would have to compete potentially 4 times at the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament because that championship is scheduled to be defended.
Pro Nation letting Gino know how they feel about him. Gino naturally could give a damn less.
Non-title matchup. Got to make sure that's said. Mantell. Gino. I mean, this is the kind of matches you're getting in the tournament. This match is in the first round.
Yes.
Incredible. A lot of times when you see these tournaments in other professional sports, a lot of times you'll see the 1 seed versus the 8 seed. You'll see the best versus the bottom of the barrel. That's not what we're doing here at Reality of Wrestling at all. If you win this tournament, you're beating the absolute best that we have to offer.
Big fight feel here. Our main event. This week on the Row, as the road to the rise to wrestling royalty begins. A tournament to crown royalty here at the Reality of Wrestling for the first time. And on October 12th, live on YouTube, right here from the World Gym Arena, free for the world to see. 8 athletes will all compete in one night to determine who is true royalty here at the Row. Could it be Mantell, the Texas champion? Could it be the Latin heartthrob Gino? Only one can advance. Oh! Massive back body drop from the Texas champion. He's only in first gear right now, but he's warming up that V12. Mantell has an engine on him. Make no mistake about it. Gino knows that and calls timeout, both literally and figuratively right here.
Hate to tell you, Gino.
Mantell says no! Ejects his body into the former 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion. This is the main event, and Mantell is not gonna wait.
Oh! Mantell been defending that Texas championship, though, Matt Topolsky, around this great state after his big win at the Summer Champions. He went on to compete at several other independent promotions around the state. Actually caught a really bad elbow to his right eye, which cost him 20 stitches, and he's lost some of his peripheral vision. He's finally recovered fully from it, but you have to wonder if that's going to come into play at all tonight. Oh, wow. But so far, it doesn't look like it.
No, so far it looks like he's trying to rearrange the steel and wood on that ring apron right there with Gino's spine. Oh, and Gino, desperation, head scissors reversal, sends the Texas champion into the steel steps. Gino says count it.
Well, Gino understands that no man has been able to really beat Mantell since he came here at Reality of Wrestling. He has not been pinned. He has not been made to submit. This might be the way to beat him inside this tournament.
Gino's got to be getting a little frustrated here with the official. Mantell back in, and now Latin heartthrob will put his hands on the official. That's grounds for disqualification, Brad. That is grounds for disqualification. Not a smart move from one of the most well-decorated athletes in the history of this company. I think it's total frustration right now from Gino. He knows the challenge that lies before him here with Mantell. This is not a homecoming game tonight, okay? This is UT versus LSU. This is Alabama versus Clemson.
Oh man, Gino getting the referee's face again here. I don't think Gino's thinking that one clearly. I think he's let his temper get the best of him. The referee is not a sign that you can simply tear in half. And that taunting of Mantell, playing around. He's playing a dangerous game.
I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, you've got to stay on top of an athlete like Mantell. And even if he did suffer an eye injury that's affected his vision, certainly hasn't affected his power, certainly hasn't affected his speed, certainly hasn't affected those giant wrecking balls that he has for hands. Okay, this is a guy that will get in that ring and he will mess you up. And if you play around, he's going to remind you via broken bones and broken bodies why he is the undisputed Texas champion. Those are facts.
Oh, Gino able to
cross-body reversal here, but he couldn't hang on for that pin attempt, Brad.
That could have been a good move for him too. That might have, I don't know if it would have done the trick, but it would have put him in a good position. But now both men reach back a vertical base, and Mantell, look at those hands. Gino's trying to block him. Both men down as they're just battling Matt Topolsky. I mean, you can tell they both looked at the game tape. And Gino's been trying any way that he can to get the advantage over Mantell. Mantell keeps firing back.
The vestiges of war now starting to show themselves in the form of battle scars written on the faces and bodies of both the Texas champion and the former three-time Reality of Wrestling champion. Like the Highlander, there can be only one will advance. As the deep water gets deeper here. Bicycle kick from Mantell.
Oh, man, did you hear that elbow? But Mantell being able to hold his grip. Oh, look at that German suplex.
Mantell breaks the grip. Cover. 2 to move on. Gino snaps out of that pin attempt, however. More than just merely getting his shoulder up and showing you just what fire burns deeply inside of the Latin heartthrob. Mantell, full steam ahead, walked right into that super kick. Oh. And now Gino drops Mantell snake eye style face first.
Mantell picking Gino all the way up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. He's just beating the hell out of him now. And these two are going after it.
Oh my goodness gracious! Mantell with a lariat that turns Gino inside out!
Gino got his toes on the ropes.
A toenail away saves Gino from disaster! But we've got to go back and take a look at that lariat. One of the most vicious clotheslines you will ever see in your life.
Good God, almost took his head off. Now Alabama slam time, Matt, that 100-proof slam.
Well, I'll tell you what, the mood that Mantell's in tonight, it may be 120 proof. That may be overproof.
Oh, wait a minute, rolls through.
Gino rolls through. He's got his feet on the ropes, Brad. No!
Gino trying his best to cheat.
Mantell snuck out the back door. Gino coming back with that kick. Flying into the corner now, high knee to the jaw. Scarlet letter to the temple.
That's it.
1, 2. Mantell kicked out.
How did he do that?
As Gino attempts to write an ending to this, Mantell says, I've got an unabridged version. Hold the press.
Now Gino again jaw-jacking with the ref. And the ref is being very lenient here with Gino.
Gino has put his hands on the official 3 times now.
Mantell getting back up to his feet. Wait a minute, Gino. Oh! And Mantell just took the referee out.
Wait a second.
What?
Gino's got breast knuckles.
What?
Gino grabbed breast knuckles as the official went down.
Gino's got the breast knuckles on that right hand. He's got them on the right hand. Mantell ducks it. Matt, I don't think Mantell saw it though.
Spine buster to the Latin heartthrob. He tries to
out for a power bomb, and Gino right at the top of the head. Right at the top of the head with those brass knuckles that went flying. Come on, ref! Not this way! Come on!
Here is your winner, Gino.
Well, I'm not going to question the officiating here tonight, but Gino put his hands on the official several times. Could have been grounds for disqualification. Then Mantell inadvertently takes out the referee, and the next thing we know, we've got brass knuckles, now legal in the state of Texas, I've been told. And I guess Gino thought that was an invitation to bring them to this main event. Well, Gino has moved on to the next round of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament, courtesy of an assist from that foreign object.